Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about the Mytee Lite extractor. It is the extractor that everyone raves about as the best in the detailing industry, at least when you're starting out. I want to give you an honest review of the Mytee Lite, tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and I'm going to put it side by side with another extractor so that you can get a basis for comparison. Sometimes it's really difficult to understand the value of something when it's in a vacuum. So I'm going to compare it next to another similar sized extractor, give you a sense of what is out there and what I think of the Mytee Lite 8070 hot water extractor. Just go back and forth. Can you believe what we're dealing with here in Utah? This is my work truck. It is full of snow. No, the Tundra doesn't fit in the garage. School's closed for the second time in like 20 years in my local school district. That's why I'm talking about interiors and carpet cleaning all the time. We're gonna get to the sexy paint corrections and ceramic coatings in the spring, but this is winter time. I'm gonna talk about interiors, and that is why I wanna talk to you about the Mytee Lite. What's up everybody? You might be new to the channel here, Hawk Pro Detailing, Heber City, Utah. I am Nick. This is the Mytee Lite extractor. We're gonna get to that in a second, but yeah, if you could, there's a little hawk in the corner. Give it a like, you know, the little hawk right there in the corner. It's tiny. If you see it, it's either right there or right there, depending on which way. Anyway, give it a like and a subscribe, a comment, you know, all the stuff that YouTubers want. Because I want to keep making these videos, but like it's really hard if I don't feel the reinforcement and the love, or the hate. At least I know someone's watching. All right, let's talk about the Mytee Lite extractor. So obviously I've used this Mytee Lite extractor before. It's probably not in the best shape, but let me give you a quick rundown of what we're looking at. I should have cleaned this up. You guys, as much as you can judge me for messy equipment, I'm actually the shoemaker's kid who has no shoes. I think I'm pretty good at what I do. My customers seem to think so. But I'm a little bit scattered. I'm like the scattered professor, right, who has a messy desk. So please don't overly judge me for this. This is sort of your dirty water repository. So this is where, when you're done extracting, you can kind of like undo this little section here and all the nasty water comes out. And this is that hose for that. Do I like this? Yeah, I think it may have come with something that was a little more secure than that when I first bought it. Down here, we've got three switches. What I like about these is you got the vacuum, the pump, and the heater, and it's cool that it's covered in this little plastic shell. Obviously, detailing can be a very messy business, and so it's kind of nice that those switches are covered. What I first do is I turn the pump on. You don't want to turn the heater on, especially if there's no water in there. So kind of the standard operating procedure is turn the pump on first, and then turn the heater on, and finally when you're kind of ready to rock and roll, that's when you finally turn the vacuum on because it's very loud. Now I bought this hose through Detailed Image, this entire unit. I think it was about 900 bucks. It's been very sturdy so far. You can see the jet is detached from the end of this this wand here, whatever you want to call it. What I like about it, it's a clear upholstery tool, so you can actually see the stuff coming out. Let me just show you one thing that I really like. This is the basin where you put your clean water in. I love that it's wide open so that as you're heating the water, you can cycle it back through like so. So you're not wasting water. Then you can keep testing the water to see if it's hot. So if I didn't have two hands taken up, if I had a free hand, I'd put my finger under the wand or the hose there. I'd test for the water to be hot. And I'm recycling water back into the basin here. So I'm not losing any water as I continue to make sure that the water basin is hot. I want to show you some quick disconnects here. I like that they come with these blue things because if you know about a heated extractor, these I don't know if it's brass or whatever, but these quick disconnects get extremely hot. This connects here, so that's really easy to take on and off. And then that's pretty much the setup. And then when you're all done, this is a place that you can empty the clean water out of. But you put the clean water into here, and let's say you're all done with your job. You just unscrew this and the water just floods right out. You don't have to tip the unit over or anything. It's really easy in that regard. Let's take a look at these wheels, right? I like these wheels. Everything's great. But, hey, snowplow, I'm making a video here. Come on now. All right. I like these wheels, but do you notice how there's not like a super convenient handle anywhere? It does come with sort of like a mesh sort of cage that goes on the top that you can slide into these lines here. It sort of slides into here like so. I'm pretty sure that you can secure it in there like this. It's cool if you had a shop, right? Then you could probably just clip this hose into there or rest it like that. But as a mobile guy, this doesn't fit in the bed of my truck or in the back of the Tundra. It's just, I don't even bring this with me on jobs. And so if you're gonna bring this into a house for carpet cleaning or whatever, this isn't super convenient. So what I end up doing is basically leaving this cute little basket at home. So we've kind of done a rundown, right? This is your very popular hot water extractor. You've got the wheels there. But how do you pull this thing around, right? You kind of grab it by the basin and you go back and forth and to and fro. It does have a lock here, so that's kind of nice if you want to lock the wheels, and then it won't move on you. So when I'm finally ready, I'll just flip the vacuum. It's gonna get really loud and we can just watch it work. It's a fairly loud unit. But what I like about this tool is you can see everything come up. I haven't shampooed this at all, so this is just hot water. But you get a sense of how that works. And again, this is clean water, and this is where all the dirty water goes. So I promised a side-by-side comparison. Like I said, I think it's really important to do something like this to get a sense of, well, what the hell else is there in the detailing world? I actually got this at my local carpet supplier. This is in the carpet cleaning world, they would call this a heated spotter. There are some things that I really like about this unit and some things that I think the Mytee Lite is better at. For instance, if I want to carry this in a house or up the stairs, all I have to do is grab this handle, lift, and go. How in the hell do I lift this thing? I hate carrying this thing in and out of my truck. It is such a pain in the rear end. That's a problem. Check this feature out. You can pull this out like this, and you notice how there are wheels here? Watch this. I pulled this handle out. I can pull this so easily. So easily. This is my dirty water basin, and then but here's what's less convenient about it. If I want to fill this up with clean water, oops, I have to unhook that. This is how I fill it up with clean water. So it's a little bit less convenient in that I have to take this entire top off just to fill this with clean water. Whereas the Mytee Lite, man, you can work this all day. That basin's open all the time. So that's actually really nice about that. So that's kind of a cool feature. If you get into the bigger portables, they call these portables in the carpet cleaning world. We call them extractors. I've noticed that really big portables that go up to like here, they have the switches on the top. Wouldn't that be more convenient? I hate that I have to reach down and flick these damn switches. It's so annoying. But I will say that on this particular unit, they don't have the little plastic cases for the motor, heater, and the pump. And as far as that goes, this is less protection, but I'm gonna use this just for interiors because my Mytee Lite gets so dirty. I don't wanna bring that inside to people's houses. So this is gonna be my dedicated inside spotter if I'm gonna do home carpets. The cord feels fairly sturdy, although I don't know if that broke off in transit. I noticed a piece was missing in the box, and that's probably what that is, but the cord still feels pretty steady there. If you're curious about this brand, I think it was less than the Mytee Lite. I'm guessing the Mytee Lite's 5 gallons. This says it's 3. This is really like a quote mini spotter. And then this is where the hose goes as well. It just, you just shove it on there, whereas here you're twisting it. So the Mytee Lite feels a little bit sturdier. It definitely looks bigger. It's got a bigger profile. And when I'm ready to empty this, I can either dump the nasty water through here, or I can remove this, and that's where my wastewater, so to speak, goes from. So as far as disposing water, a lot of guys say the best place to do it is in a toilet. This is really convenient because you just grab this, and I could either pour this into the toilet, or I could dump this into the toilet. Whereas with the Mytee Lite, I did one home job with this, and it was like, okay, how do I get this thing into the toilet and not spill it? And obviously it's fighting gravity here to get up through the hose and into the toilet, so then do I have to lift this up? It was just a little bit less convenient, but if you've got a shop set up, that's fine. I'm interested in the Mytee Lite Tempo. I'm interested in something smaller. This has tons of firepower. It does a great job with extraction. But as you'll notice on a similarly sized smaller unit, there are some pros and cons that I think the Mytee Lite we don't want to just consider it like the perfect unit. So what do I think of the Mytee Lite? Well, I bought this one first. I just bought this one a week ago and I've only used it once. I would probably have gone with that unit. That is so much easier to fit in my truck. The handle and the way to grab it, it's just so much easier. I can get you info on that particular extractor if you're interested. But you know, the Mytee Lite is a solid unit. Whenever people are like, well, tell me about the Mytee Lite, which is the best extractor for auto detailing? Because we see that on the forums all the time. What I say is, it does what it says it's gonna do. The Mytee Lite is a perfectly capable machine. It's not cheap. It's not the first thing I would buy. I would buy a steamer first. But eventually, if you want to truly clean carpets, if you want to truly get wicking eliminated from your cloth seat detailing, you got to have an extractor. So I've done a video about that. How do I review the Mytee Lite? I'd say it's a solid 7.5 out of 10. For what it is, it's great. Anything more powerful, would you just need like a bigger unit? I'm curious about the Mytee Lite Tempo. If y'all have used that, great. I'm really excited about this particular unit. It's awesome as well. Let me just show you kind of the setup that it came with. For instance, this particular unit came with one of these traditional looking extractor wands where you can't see the water coming up through the handle. Again, so it's like there are pros and cons in every situation. I love being able to see what's coming up, the gunk that is coming up through the handle. I'm going to tell you more about some other toys that I have, some extractor attachments in the future, but thank you guys for watching. I love talking about detailing. I love talking about carpet cleaning. And like I said, if you could like or subscribe, that would be amazing. And we will see you on the next video.